Oh, it is so quiet up here. Anyway, hey up once again. Welcome back to the channel. Enjoying this lovely day. It's about 21 degrees. So I thought, let's get by, I can't go for another ride. The eagle-eyed amongst you as well will notice there's a little addition to the front of the bike. It's the Royal Enfield Tripper pod. This. I'm in several groups, Royal Enfield Interceptor groups on Facebook, and I was just browsing the other day as you do, and I noticed a guy was selling his Tripper. Said he needed money to fund parts for another bike, so I decided to put that up for sale. So I thought, well, I've been looking for one, I'll have that. So I got it for 70 quid plus 7 quid delivery, which I think is a bit of a bargain. What we'll do, we'll pull up here and I'll just set it to Holme Moss. We'll have a run up to Holme Moss, I think. Just get my phone out. Pretty seamless as well from what I can gather. So it's just connected, that little green motorbike there. So if I put Holme Moss, there you go. Get direction, start navigation, and it's popped up onto the screen. Well, you might hear it talking in my headphones as well. A bit loud that actually, I might have to turn that down a bit. I don't actually need to follow this because I know where I'm going, I just want to test it. But I've done a install video yesterday. I'd say it took me about 15 or 20 minutes to fit it. Pretty easy job, in fact one of the easiest jobs I've ever done. Yeah, picked it up, turn left in 0.6 of a mile, which is right. Well, that's correct, should I say. Yeah, one of the easiest installs I've ever done. Just basically take headlamp bowl off, or headlamp outlet bowl should I say, connect the yellow wire to the Tripper, and there's another wire that goes across the battery onto battery positive terminal, so you keep your clock set. God, it's bad on here. Oh. Yeah, I'll pop that install video up somewhere in one of the corners, and then you can have a look. You can have a look at it if you want. It's a beautiful morning, too good to miss. And as you know, this is my favourite place to ride. So here we are again. I just wish they'd do something with these roads, but they never go into other up here. They don't get enough traffic. Quite like these instructions in me here. I mean, I've got a Garmin Zumo sat nav. I could have fitted that on here, but I wanted something that was more integrated into the bike. So I thought I'll go on to the mailing list for Hitchcock's for Tripper, but they've never got back to me, so obviously they can't get them. So I just kept looking on internet, eBay and Facebook groups, and as you do. And one morning this popped up, so I messaged him straight away before somebody else jumped in. And he agreed to sell it to me, so we agreed a price. I transferred him the money and it arrived 2 days later. I fitted it last night. I'm enjoying this week off work, I can tell you that. Be a shame to go back. But like I've said on many occasions, I need that money so I can do this. Plus other things, obviously, like buying grub and paying electric and gas bills. Makes it a bit more special, doesn't it, when you can get out. Well, I'm quite impressed with this so far. What more do you want? I mean, I'll never use it for touring purposes or out like that, but I suppose you could if you really wanted to. Do a good enough job. This place is pretty bright. Just saying that sun's right on it and it's right in my eyes at the minute. But you get that anyway, even with clocks, don't you? That's a cracking bit of scenery there, isn't it? Yeah, well, I've run up to Holme Moss. Quite enjoy it up there. I'll probably just do a short video up to that. Then I'll turn cameras off and then make another video for coming back. I'll get 2 videos out of it then. This is Head Edge. Now, I've said it before many times, I'm quite enjoying making these videos. Subscriber count were about 1560, I think, up to this morning. But I have done a promotion on a couple of videos though. I've not spent a lot of money, probably a tenner, something like that, but that's helped. But the watch hours don't seem to be going up that quickly. I mean, like I said before, I don't really know how YouTube works. I like to do this just for a record, mainly for me. And you know, when weather's crap in winter, I can sit looking through them, can't I, and dreaming. But it has to be said, this year is the most I've ever ridden. And I mean ever ridden. Just used to make excuses before not to go out, or say that I didn't have time or whatever, but these days I'm making time, and I said I was going to do that. And that's what I've done. I think tomorrow I might get to Trace and go for a little ride. I might even come up here again. It's definitely worth coming. But we'll see. I was going to go to Square's Cafe today, but to be honest, I'm not really bothered about going to Square's Cafe. I'd rather be riding, not just sitting there drinking coffee and eating cake. Even though drinking coffee and eating cake's quite nice. Seems to be spot on with directions, this so far. It says we're 4.8 miles away, which is about right. So thumbs up so far. Bengal Spice. Sodding roadworks were a surprise. Don't see many of them round here, do we? This is Holmfirth Centre. Lovely little place this. This is worth a visit if you're in the area. Where they filmed Last of the Summer Wine. And the tripper's telling us to turn left, which is correct. Tell you what though, it's a bloody busy little place. Well, it is today, for some reason. Look at this lot. Mega busy, look at this. Fellow bikers out in front, look. If they're going to the same place as me. It's saying to turn right up here in 4 miles. Which is not what we want actually. We want to go right up onto the tops, but I did just put Holme Moss. And I think there is a little village called Holme Moss. But we're not going to do that. A lot of history around here. What with mills and what have you. Which have probably all been converted into flats these days. I come up here though just for scenery. And you should if you're in the area. Hinchcliffe Mill. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there's a massive mast right up on top of that hill straight in front of us. Probably can't see it. Not entirely sure what it is. except the fact that it's a mast. Thank you, miss. I'm not very happy about it, but there you go. It is what it is. Motorbike shop here, look. A few bikes out, aren't there? Tell you what, the state of roads never improve. This is shocking, this. Oh dear, absolutely shocking. Rutted and whatever yet. This is where suspension or Interceptor lets it down a bit. I won't say it was terrible, it's just a bit bouncy. This is Holme. Another nice little place. Wait till you see these views though when we get past this. That's one of them Can-Am things, isn't it, or whatever they're called. Quite like them. Yeah, look at that. It's a cracking sight, isn't it? Lane Village. Blink and you'll miss it. There's that mast straight in front. There's a parking area on top of here. We'll go into that. Catch you in a bit, get some pictures. Worth coming up here, you know, just to sit here, look at that view. Absolutely brilliant. Goes for miles and miles and miles. It's lovely. Few bikers just turned up, look. Right, we'll leave here and we'll head down to Digley Reservoir, I think. I wish they wouldn't put these bloody horrible bumps in on car parks, you know. But back down that same way you'll get a different perspective. It never fails to impress round here. Yeah, I'll probably make this part 2. I'll see how long it is when we get back. I'll pop a link somewhere on the screen. I'm hoping you're enjoying these little rides as much as what I am. If we carry on this road that way, brings us up to Woodhead Pass. But it's a really nasty left turn, well I think it is anyway. And week being midweek, it might be full of lorries, so get a lot of lorries using it to get across to Manchester and back. Rather than use M62, and to be honest I don't blame them because I've done it. turn left in 0.6 of a mile after we've gone through Lane Village again. Well, so far so good with this Royal Enfield Interceptor Tripper installation. It's something I will use. I use it mainly as well just for clock. That's the only thing I wish this bike had got, a clock. I'm not bothered about no gear indicators, I don't like that don't bother me, but a clock would be nice. Well, now we've got one, haven't we? A lot of people's complained about this Tripper, you know, but I think it's alright. So far so good anyway. I suppose it is what it is, it's only a basic navigation aid, and yeah, I suppose it will flatten your phone battery over time. But, I mean, all you need to do is get one of those little power banks, don't you, and plug it in your pocket and just keep your phone charged. Yeah, I know it's more stuff to carry. Enough to carry as it is, but it's not that big a deal, is it? I wouldn't have thought. More nice scenery here, look for you and for me. Love these sort of roads. Yeah, I know you've got to be a bit careful on them, but I suppose you're having not on any road, aren't you? Here's Digley Reservoir. And it looks pretty empty. No, it's not. There's plenty of water in that. Lower than what it normally is like, but we're going to turn right here onto a road I've never been on. We'll pull up here and set it to home. See which way it takes us, eh? Let's do that. Right. Set it to Barnsley. I'm intrigued as to which way it's going to take us. Hopefully not near Holmfirth. All that bloody traffic. Right, it says we're 16.8 miles away from Barnsley town centre, which probably sounds about right. I've got no idea which way it's going to take us, so I guess we'll find that out. This is a bit of a gem of a road, isn't it? This is the essence of motorcycling, this. Well, it is for me. This is a road I've never ever been on in my life. I've got no idea where it comes at. I'll tell you what, it's quite quaint round here, isn't it? I think it is going to bring us back down to Holmfirth, this, you know. It is. Oh well, hopefully it's not as busy. Although we could nip down here, go through back ways, there's some gnarly bends though. But I think we'll handle it. That's when people don't block roads with bloody cars. At least he gave me a little wave. I'd do that though, I won't walk. Born idle, see. I'm going to turn right here. God, this is tight. This is a little bit tight. Rerouted us. It's rerouted us. I know there's a pretty nasty hairpin up here, because I've been down this way before but never up it. I think it's up this way. I guess we'll find out, won't we? Oh, this is it here. First gear jobby. Wrong side of the road. Plenty of revs. God, it's tight that. In a way, I'm a bit glad that car's in front, it's providing us with a bit of a shield. case out comes flying down here. Right here. There'll be a few photo opportunities on here. Oh yeah, I'm loving this. I'm sorry if I'm not saying too much either, but I'm just enjoying it. I'm just getting caught up in the moment. I tend to do that. If you ride steadier, you can take more in, you can drink all that lovely scenery in. Because if you're caning it, you can't, can you? Oh, little parking places here, look, I wonder if there's reservoirs in the area. I bet there is. I wouldn't have done this on tracer. I suppose you could do it, but I tend to find it very slightly top heavy. I mean, tanks up here, so obviously when it's full of fuel it's a bit heavier, isn't it? Well, it feels it anyway, even though this is actually heavier by about 5 kilograms. I think tracer weighs 212 kilograms, this is 217. Might be a bit less than that now though, since those exhausts have been changed. But I wouldn't have thought it to be by much, a couple of kilograms maybe. It's nice here, isn't it? Tree lined. A bit gravelly in places though. Need to watch for that. I've thoroughly enjoyed this so far. Yeah, I think we might have to have another photo opportunity here. Absolutely and definitely. Catch you in a bit. Very pleasant sat here. With a steady run back. Got plenty of pictures to use for thumbnails, hopefully. We'll start heading back. Thoroughly enjoyed this. You might get fed up of me mentioning this, but I do love it up here. I don't know if I've mentioned that before, that I like it up here. But I do. I'll just leave you to drink that scenery in for a few minutes. I'm going to take a right at this crossroads. Well, this has been absolutely brilliant so far. Enjoyed every single minute of that. And I hope those that have watched it, you guys have enjoyed it as well. I did say we got some epic scenery in this area, and it's pretty much on my doorstep. If that don't prove it, I don't know what will. I do feel quite lucky to live in this area. Quite a few bikers out today. And to be honest, I don't blame them in this weather. Too good to miss. I know after recording for the last couple of days I've got quite a bit of editing to do, so I need to be getting on with that today. I've got a ride that I went on yesterday, and I've got the Tripper install video to do, and obviously these. That can sometimes be the best or most tedious bit. I try and make it as easy as possible for myself. Since I've got these Osmos, it's been made a lot easier, has to be said. The battery in the Action 5 has recorded this entire ride, and I've just checked it when I stopped to take those pictures, and I think it were on about, I think it was 70%. This one were on 42, so I've changed the battery in that just in case. But the battery life on the Action 5 is really good. So if anybody's on fence about doing it, yeah, I know I've mentioned it before about getting them, and I know they're not cheap, but if you want reliability, because GoPros for me, they were good, but not good enough. I've had more lost footage with them, but to echo the people, I haven't had a single missed frame with this. Not one. I've had no overheating problems. Absolutely nothing. So, I think I'm going to sell all my GoPro gear. So there'll be some Hero 5s, an Hero 4 and an Hero 7 going onto eBay. I've also got one of those little cube cameras, other session cameras, those little square ones. I've got one of those as well, plus the microphone adapter. So I think all that is going to be popped on eBay, get a bit of money back that way, I suppose. Because altogether I bet it's cost me about, well, I don't know, probably about 500 quid to set myself up with these Osmos. Which to me is worth every penny. I know I don't do this in a big way, but if I did, then there'd be no better camera in my opinion. I've considered the 360s and stuff like that, but to be honest, I think it'd be a bit of a waste of money for me because I don't think I'd use it. So I'm definitely on fence over that one. But I'm quite happy with this setup I've got at the minute. I'm getting more and more experience editing. That's just practice though, that, isn't it? Been using DaVinci Resolve to do that. That's been a bit of a learning curve as that, but I'm getting there. Tend to use just the stuff that I need to use. So anyway, thank you for watching once again. I hope you've stuck around to the end. I do appreciate it if you have. I'd like it if you'd watch some of my other stuff as well. There's plenty of stuff on there. I know there's some older stuff where I didn't do any talking, but there's still some decent footage on there. So I would appreciate it if you'd look at that. So if you have enjoyed this, pop a like on, and if you haven't already, if you consider subscribing, I'd appreciate it. And keep an eye out for that Tripper install video, which I'll try and get up as soon as I can. I've got quite a bit of editing to do, So I'll get there when I get there. So thanks once again, and I'll see you all next time. Cheers.